Hi, everybody. It is me, the fabulous Leo Brown. And I know it's been a minute since I've been on here, but I wanted to come on and talk about something that just recently happened. It just broke, I think, yesterday. So I want to come on and talk about it. And that is Tamar Braxton getting fired or let go from the talk show The Real. Now, personally, I like Tamar. I like her. I think she can sing. She has a decent voice. But here are my thoughts on the whole getting fired or, her being let go or her, saying that it was a mutual decision to be let go from her talk show. Personally, this is my thing. I like her, but I'll say this. I feel like her act, you tried it, lies, her all like basically her gay ballroom vernacular, her gay black ballroom vernacular was getting old. And I think the powers that be got tired of her crap. Because and like I said, this is no disrespect to her. I think she's a great talented artist. I think she has a lot of potential. I think she definitely is a great singer, but let's be honest. When your personality outshines your actual talent, something's wrong. And also when your personality at first is cute, but then after a while it gets either annoying or it rubs people wrong. Something's wrong. And I feel like that's what happened with her. I feel like that's what's happening with her, honestly. I think, like I said, she can sing. She can carry a tune. Will she ever be Tony Braxton? Nope. Just saying, you will never be a sister. You might as well deal with that. And that's okay because just like she had her moment, you have your moment now. But I feel that Miss Tamar needs to learn what the word really humble what the word humble means. She needs to learn what humility means. And in the entertainment business, your reputation, well, really in any business, your reputation walks in the room before you do. And and to me, what I've seen with her, just evidenced by her being on the real, her having her reality shows, and I'm not taking away from her success, but her having those things, I can see how after a while it's funny and people want to be a part of it and people pick it up and you tried it and da 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 da. But then after a while it gets boring, it gets old. And in especially the entertainment business, it's a revolving door. And especially for people of color in the entertainment business. And I just feel like with her, she really could have there's so much more she could have done with the show. There's so much more that my nose is itching. I'm sorry, y'all. There's so much more that um there's so many more ways that she could have educated people. I think the show was called The Real, but see, my thing about the show, and this is why I really never could get into the show, was when did ghetto or when did being loud and obnoxious and annoying become real? Like how is that real? That's not real to me. And I'm just gonna say this. I feel like when it comes to especially like the television industry, they don't want real, they want caricatures, especially when it comes to people of color. And I honestly feel like Tamar, baby, you got played. You were a caricature. You were not. They didn't want you because I think deep down that beneath her shenanigans, she really is a sweet girl. I think she really has a big heart. I think she loves everybody. I bet she's very soft spoken, very shy. But because she's on that camera and she knows, well, if I don't act a fool, I'm not going to get a check. I have to lies you tell and what? And it's no. And trust me, this is from someone who's been interviewed by many reality show people. I've had 6 producers come to me and offer me a reality show. I turn them all down because, quite frankly, they don't want real. They want, oh, well, Leo, you wear makeup and you're gay and oh my God. We want you lies you tell, honey, and we want you honey and this and that and honey and baby, I don't act like that. Just because don't let the lipstick and nails fool you, bitch. I don't act like that every day. Now, there are some people that's who they are. But that's not who I am. That's not all of who I am. That's part of who I am. And I just feel like for her, that's what happened. They got so caught up in her being a caricature of a gay black man who does the ballroom scene quite frequently that once she started feeling herself, it became old. And they went, well, you know what, bitch? You're replaceable. And they let her go. And I really do think that this is going to teach her a lot. I think she's going to learn a lot from this. And unfortunately, television is, the entertainment industry is no joke. And really, it's all smoke and mirrors. I honestly think what she should do now is just reevaluate, regroup, and rebrand and reimage herself. Stop being so loud and so over the top. That doesn't work all the time. Evidenced by you being let go or you agreeing it was a mutual decision to be let go, even though your Instagram said something completely different. But I digress. But you know what I mean? It's like, be yourself. But like I said, unfortunately, television does not want, and especially reality TV, they don't want real. They really, and I'm telling you what I know. They don't want real, and it doesn't matter what reality show it is. Everything from Braxton Family Values to Y'all Fix My Life. There's some staging in there somewhere. There now, the people that's playing will be like, "Oh, it's real, it's real, it's real," but you go behind the scenes and you'll see what's real and what's not. I guarantee you. Okay, I've been around production. They lie their asses off because guess what? They have food. They have a job to keep, and they have food they want to eat. You know what I mean? And if you look at any show, whether it be Braxton Family Values, The Only Fix My Life, excuse me, even down to Steve Harvey, those shows are very exploitive. Dr. Oz, same thing. They're very exploitive. You're on there for a few minutes and then boop. And that's why I tell people who want to be on TV and all of that, be very careful with television. Television is no joke. Television is not for the weak of heart. Trust me, because I've seen it, and I can tell you a story, a quick little story, and then I'm gonna be out of here. But you know, I had done an interview for a production company, which shall remain nameless, and they were like, well, if the show gets picked up, you get executive producer credits, and I'm telling you why I'm saying this. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm all excited and stuff. And they're like, but in order for us to interview you, you have to wear your makeup. You have to wear your eyeshadow. You have to wear your lashes. They were so on me about having lashes that they offered to actually pay me. Not to pay me, but to pay somebody else to do it for me. Because, contrary to popular belief, I can't put eyelashes on. Love them. I love them. Can't wear them. To save my life. I can't put them on. And trust me, this is from someone who's tried to look at every eyelash tutorial known to man and woman. But I can't wear them for some reason. Anyway. Anywho, so I did what I was told. I put on my makeup, but I understand that because you want to look, presentable. I get that. But the whole time they're like, well, you gotta give us big energy, big energy, big energy. And I'm like, what you're getting is me. You're not gonna get big energy. Just because I wear makeup and just because I get my face done and I wear lipstick and I get my nails done doesn't mean I'm over the top all the time. I'm just me. I'm just Leo. And it was in that moment that I realized I was like, wait, they don't want me. They want what they think I am. And with her, I'm saying this to say, with Tamar, they don't want Tamar, who Tamar really is. They want the loud, bangy, around the way girl from Maryland or from Maryland. They don't want the real her. The woman that's a wife, a mother, a sister. They don't want that. They want lies you tell, lies. You ain't hot. They want that. They don't want who she really is. And I actually find it quite kind of sad. But I think that's a good lesson for her to know. And not just for her, but for the people around her. Because like, girl, this is a game. This is not real life at all. At all. And a lot of people are like, well, how can she be fired She's executive producer, her and her husband. First of all, when you do a show, it doesn't matter if you are, um, if you're doing a reality show or a talk show, you get executive producer credit, especially if you came up with the show. Like if they came to you and said, you know, we want to do a show centered around you, and we want to add these people, then you get executive producer credit. You don't get, which means you are executive producer in name only. So it's just like when you see Braxton Family Values and you see Tony Braxton, Tamar, Trina Braxton as co-executive producers or executive producers, or you know, Vincent Herbert. They are, they're producers, but they're really not, which means they're producers in name only. That's cute. It's a cute way of saying you get a little something. We gonna give you a crumb, but really that crumb doesn't mean a hill of shit. You have no power, none. You are a producer in name only, which means they make no decisions. So that whole thing with the real, that's why she got fired, or she got let go, or she agreed to walk out of her contract. She had no power to stay, to say, well, you know what? I'm not leaving. They let her go. So, just saying. And I just think this for her is really going to be a maturing moment. And maybe it's what she needs. I mean, come on, Tamar. You're almost 40. You got to grow up sometime. You know what I mean? And like I said, the industry that she's in, it really is it's a hard grind. And as somebody who's in the entertainment business himself, but a different type, a different niche, it's a really difficult grind, especially if you're a person of color. Like, for instance, with me being a psychic, with me being a medium, people want either Long Island medium from me, or they want me to be like RuPaul Drag Race, and I'm like, I'm neither one of those things. I'm not Therese Caputo, and I'm not RuPaul Charles. Those they are who they are, you know. And it's the same way with her. Therese Caputo has no power really. RuPaul probably, because he has his own production company. That's a different story. But Miss Teresa, no ma'am. Teresa's a pawn. Teresa's getting played. And yeah, you're making money and you're getting visibility, but you're not really where you could be. You're only getting a portion of the pie, not the whole thing. And that's what people don't understand. And that's why now when people come to me to do shows, I turn them down. Because I'm like, no, unless I'm going to get a big portion of said pie, I'm not doing shit. That's just the way it's going to be. So I think with her, this was a good lesson for her. And I think it's a good lesson for anybody to see, look, they don't want you. They want caricatures of who they think you are. But it's up to you to choose to be that. Because after a while, as you can see, with her being fired from the real, that's going to get old. People are going to get tired of that. And especially if you have an ego. And you're like, well, I'm the shit. If it wasn't for me, this show wouldn't be where it is. Blah, blah, blah. You know? And I think that's really what happened. She got full of herself and she was like, fuck it. If it wasn't for me, people wouldn't tune in. And they said, well, baby, that's not true. Next. And like I said, when it comes to people of color, I've seen this 1,000,001 times. They don't want real people. RuPaul's Drag Race, Bob's a drag queen. Love him to death. But let's be real. He's a caricature of what a black person is. Tamar Braxton, same thing. You know what I mean? And it's really sad. Unbreakable Kimmy Smith, which is why I don't watch the show. I like the actors, but I don't watch the show for that reason. The guy that plays Titus is a caricature to me of a gay black man. Not all gay black men act like him. There are some, but not everyone does. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you're going to have people of color on your show, or just people, period, you need to show every side. Not just the one side that people can, quote unquote, relate to. Because sometimes they're not laughing at you, they're laughing with you. Or they're not laughing with you, they're laughing at you. There we go. I'm sorry, y'all. Got a little bit too impassioned and said it wrong. But in all honesty, I really do hope, I wish Tamar Braxton the best. I hope that she grows from this. I hope she learns a lot. And I hope that she matures. Because I think this was a wake-up call. To show her, like, girl, nothing is promised to you. Regardless of what you do. And the thing of it is, you're in a niche industry. You're an R&B singer. And I hate to say it, but R&B is dead. People don't support R&B like they used to. This is not the 90s or the 80s or even the 70s. People don't support R&B. Not like they should, because I have to admit, her last album was actually very good. Aside from like a few tracks that I didn't like. But it was actually a very good album. So you have to be mindful of that. You're in a niche business, you're in a niche industry. And when you're in a niche or a niche, no matter how you pronounce it, because anyway, but when you're in a niche, you have to really be mindful of that, because you could be here one day and be gone tomorrow. And you're a woman and you're of color. Let's be really real here. You're a woman and you're a woman of color, and you're a woman who's almost 40, which I hate to say it, but in the industry that she's in, that's like a curse. So she has to be really mindful of that. I'm just saying. It's not easy. Like for someone like me who's a guy, okay, I can kind of do it. But even with me, it's the same thing. I'm a gay man. I'm openly gay. I'm not a non-threatening gay. You know what I mean? I'm not Carson Kressley, nor do I want to be. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not RuPaul. I'm kind of in the middle. They don't want that. They want someone who's, oh my God, yes, boo. And it's like, baby, not all feminine dudes do that. I don't. I'm not that loud and obnoxious. There's nothing wrong with that if that's who you are. But if that's not me, why would I be that? I'm just saying. So my wish for her is for her to grow, for her to learn, and for her to take her career in her own hands and to stop relying on other people. Because as you can see, it's not working out. So that's all I had to say. So I want to know, what do you guys think about this whole Tamar Braxton thing? Do you think that her being fired or her mutually ending her days at the real, do you think was just? Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Excuse my nails. I know. Excuse my nails. And thank you so much for watching. I know it's been a minute, but I promise to be back on here more often. I just haven't done it in a while. But anyway, I will talk with you all later. You have a wonderful Sunday, and I'll see you soon. Love you all. Bye-bye.